Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is Stella.
And I'm Hayley.
And today we are going to be reacting to A Beautiful Mind. This is a 2001 film and Russell Crowe's in it. That is it. That's all I know. Usually one of us knows something, like a little something. I think this time it's pretty much blind. I think there's some like math and stuff in this movie. I don't know why I have like an academic vibe in my head to this movie, because I've seen people in like writing on chalkboards and stuff. That's it though. That's how vague my knowledge is. It's like, yeah, fragments. So this is going to be totally new. I'm going to be paying really close attention, trying to follow it. And yeah, as always, the full-length reaction will be up on our Patreon along with early access to next week's reaction. So please go check that out. Thank you guys so much for being here, joining us, and watching. And let's just get into A Beautiful Mind.
40s.
Mathematicians won the war.
I think you called it. I think it's about math.
Smart people.
Who among you will be the next Morse? Who among you will be the vanguard of democracy? Welcome to Princeton, gentlemen.
My man looks stressed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love the camera quality from this, whatever this type of camera is, the way that this looks. That's how I remember my memories. That's what my memories look
Slightly
like.
yellowed.
They're a little fuzzy.
He's got his sights set on Wheeler Lab, the new military think tank.
There could be a mathematical explanation for how bad your tie is.
Nielsen, symbol cryptography.
Name's Bender, atomic physics. You are?
Am I late? Yes, Mr. Gold. Huh.
No one has allowed him to introduce himself. Guys, come on.
Excuse me?
1,000 pardons, I simply assumed you were the waiter.
Play nice, Hansen.
Because he wearing a bow tie.
Martin Hansen.
Why, yes, John, it is.
I imagine you're getting quite used to miscalculation.
It's a roast session?
I've read your preprints. I am supremely confident that there is not a single seminal or innovative idea in either one of them.
Oh my gosh.
Enjoy your punch.
Such a deep burn, too.
Dang.
The prodigal roommate arrives.
Paul Bettany!
Oh my goodness. I've never seen him in anything else.
Except like the MCU.
Yeah. Nothing from when he was younger.
Dying of thirst. Probably feel like the hangover that finally bloody kills you.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. I hate when people just like monologue and you're like, you know, no one's listening.
Another movie where somebody's doing math like on their mirror or window.
You're not easily distracted, are you?
I'm here to work.
Is my roommate a dick?
You did just jump onto his desk like a frog.
Yeah.
We found it.
This guy just cannot stand. He's like, I will not have a boring roommate. My roommate needs to be like me.
So what's your story?
I'm actually quite well balanced. I have a chip on both shoulders.
He has like a tiny bit of a southern accent. I didn't
Yeah,
hear
a
that
little bit.
before.
But the truth is that I don't like people much, and they don't much like me.
With all your obvious wit and charm.
They're gonna be best friends.
I cannot waste time with these classes and memorizing the weak assumptions of lesser mortals.
Oh.
Find a truly original idea. That's the only way I'll ever distinguish myself. Way that I'll ever.
Massive.
Oof.
I hate this man.
Coward.
Look at him.
Nash.
He's studying the pigeons.
Nash, I thought you dropped out. You ever gonna go to class or?
Classes will dull your mind.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh boy.
Done us all with his genius. Which is another way of saying
Maybe
he
you
doesn't
should
have
go
the
to
nerve
class
compete.
though, if you like
Yeah,
got into the program
I
at
feel like
Princeton. Like
I've met people who think they're this person, who think they're this smart, who are like, oh, I don't need to go to class. And very rarely are you actually. But this guy's clearly got some, again, it's very much like Will from Good Will Hunting. He's
Yeah,
just on
I'm
a
like,
different,
listen,
different
Correctly
league.
completed
I'm
Allen's
sure you're
proof of
very,
prose.
very, very smart.
Adequate.
But maybe go to class still, you know?
What if you never come up with your original idea? What if you lose?
You should not have won.
The game is flawed.
No.
It means so much to him. That was so painful to watch.
For 2 days.
It hurts, but like he also has been nothing but like not very nice to those people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like they don't have to be so mean, but also like he hasn't been that nice, so it's kind of like
Side you've invented window art.
You can just see that he's got some issues.
Yeah, he just isn't very social. He's not great at talking to people.
Breadcrumbs.
But also just like that, if he can't do this, he
doesn't matter.
Identity or value, like that's
In competitive behavior, someone always loses.
Well, my niece knows that, John, and she's about this high. When did
Arms
you last eat?
negotiations.
We need a roommate like this. We all need somebody to look out for us.
Go with God. Fortune favors the brave.
This is gonna be classic.
what?
That's not nice, guys. Could say hi.
I was gonna say, either person could speak first.
Maybe you want to buy me a drink.
I don't exactly know what I'm required to say in order for you to have intercourse with me. Essentially, we're talking about fluid exchange, right?
Oh.
So can we just go straight to the sex?
Oh.
Oh, that was sweet. Have a nice night, asshole.
Oh my God.
That was so much worse than what I was expecting, actually.
Yeah.
The faculty is completing mid-year reviews.
It's giving
deciding
Sherlock
which-
a little bit, just like the I'm so smart, I don't care about
my
anyone.
first choice. And actually, I don't
John,
have a second choice. I have a
your
second
fellows have attended classes. They've written papers.
choice. I'm still searching, sir, for
Your original idea, yes. I know.
governing dynamics, sir.
I'm afraid it's just not nearly good enough.
I've been working on manifold embedding. We could just arrange another meeting, if you'd be kind enough, with Professor Einstein.
Professor Einstein.
Do you see what they're doing in there? It's the pens reserved for a member of the department that makes the achievement of a lifetime. Now, what do you see, John?
Recognition.
Try saying accomplishment.
Is there a difference?
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Your record doesn't warrant any placement at all.
You didn't go to a single class, bro. Like,
Yeah, what do you expect? I mean, if you were like doing other stuff, you had another plan, but you expect people to just take your word for it.
yeah.
Like you can just walk in and say, I am smart,
That's not how that works.
without
bro.
putting in the work too. That's so frustrating. But it is, I'm sure that's something that many, like if you are naturally gifted, and especially like well beyond the average, you might kind of feel like, why should I spend my time putting in all this like work and doing homework and whatever for things that really do come naturally?
Oh my God.
Christ, John. I can't fail. Gotta face the wall. Follow their rules. You want to do some damage? That's fine.
Oh. What if there was someone out there? Guys, this
Really?
is crazy.
That Isaac Newton fellow was right. He was onto something clever.
Incoming, gentlemen.
I kind of love their little friendship, their weird
It is
friendship.
sweet. There's a balance.
I want to stop shuffling your papers for 5 seconds.
Recall the lessons of Adam Smith.
Individual ambition serves the common good.
Exactly. I'm not gonna strike out.
What is he planning? Oh no.
I don't know.
You don't have a good track record.
Adam Smith needs revision. If we all go for the blonde, we block each other. Adam Smith said,
He's like using his knowledge
Economics.
to justify all of this. I love it.
the best result would come from everyone in the group doing what's best for himself and the group. Thank you.
This is like such a level of calculation that I cannot even fathom. This
Well,
is
yeah,
like
what's-
the point
what's
where I'm
even
like,
solving?
where-
Or,
exactly.
like-
How do you get from point A to point B? I know we're not supposed to know, but I want to know. It's the same as last time. I want to know what the numbers, what do the squiggles mean?
Is John Nash a real person?
I was wondering that. We didn't get like a based on true events at the beginning, but I don't know if we might at the end.
Because, like, you know, they
If he was, I
they
feel
mentioned
bad, but, like,
Einstein.
what is that?
Maybe he was real. Like,
With a breakthrough of this magnitude, I'm confident you will get any placement you like. Wheeler Labs. They'll ask you to recommend 2 team members.
Hall and Bender, sir.
That's cute.
Aw.
I like that this gang has like bonded, and I was kind of wondering if there was going to be a rivalry, because that's kind of I think the stereotype in academic settings.
Did he not? Oh, he wanted the placement, right? The Wheeler placement.
Governing dynamics. Congratulations, John.
Very mature. I was like, what? The Pentagon?
Yeah, very much, huh?
General, this is Wheeler Team Leader, Dr. John Nash.
We've been intercepting radio transmissions from Moscow.
I'm sure it's code.
Oh. Gosh, that's so wild when people can like just look at something and see patterns.
I need a map.
Ooh.
I don't know what just. I wish I knew what just happened. Like I know what just happened, but I don't know what just happened.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what the brain thoughts were.
These are latitudes and longitudes. They appear to be routing orders across the border into the U.S.
Wow, he just stood there for like hours and then turned around and be like, I got it.
Who's Big Brother?
Okay.
Why are the Russians moving, General?
Captain Rogers will escort you to the unrestricted area.
That's need to know, my guy. Unfortunately, I don't think the military, I think they just, you do your one specific thing, and then they're like, okay, bye. MIT. We're back at MIT.
I know, look at us. Just all the smartest people schools.
Hi, the air conditioning broke again. Hey, look, you made the cover of Fortune again.
Well, that was supposed to be just me.
You got 10 minutes.
Before your new class? Poor bastards.
Now have a nice day at school.
Oh boy. Him as a professor.
Yeah, no, he couldn't go to class as a student. Maybe teaching will be his passion.
Maybe, hopefully. He didn't bother to put his shirt back on, like...
The eager young minds of tomorrow.
Can we leave one open, Professor?
Your comfort comes second to my ability to hear my own voice.
But it's a statement. That's a statement, yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
Miss.
Jennifer Connelly?
Jennifer Connelly.
What are you doing here?
Isn't she married to Paul Bettany?
Oh, is she?
Hi.
I think
That sounds... maybe. Yeah, that sounds right.
So I was wondering if there's any way you could work someplace else for about 45 minutes? Not a problem. Thank you so much.
Problem solver.
As you will find in multivariable calculus, there is often a number of solutions for any given problem.
That's not a thank you or a...
I'm also just nervous about the student-teacher dynamic.
Student-professor, yeah.
I mean, because clearly, like, these students are adults. Because different, it's not like, you know, the way that college students are today.
18-year-old.
Still, the power dynamic is there. And you don't cast Jennifer Connelly and not have her be the love interest of somebody, right? She's mwah.
William Parcher. Big Brother.
It is this actor. Okay, he's in The Truman Show and I think a couple other things.
Impressive work at the Pentagon. Oppenheimer used to say
You knew Oppenheimer?
his project was under my supervision.
Which project?
The Manhattan Project?
So, John, no family, no close friends.
What happened to our boy Paul Bettany?
We were told during our initial briefing that these warehouses were abandoned.
Increasing your security clearance to top secret.
They have a video.
Nazi engineers were attempting to build a portable atomic bomb. The Soviets reached this facility before we did.
The routing orders at the Pentagon.
2 codes embedded in newspapers and magazines. And that's where you come in. Stare into the light.
Pulse 88.
What the heck is this machine?
Okay, this may be a little uncomfortable. It's got a little zap.
Ow.
What the heck was that?
The radium diode. Don't worry, it's safe. The ice.
It's radium.
As a result, these numbers change over time. They're the access codes to your drop spot.
Ouch, what the heck?
Everyone waited half an hour.
4.
Oh, he didn't go to the class?
The problem that you left on the board, I solved it.
Solution is elegant, ultimately incorrect. You're still here.
I'm still here.
Why?
Professor Nash, if I can ask you to dinner.
What?
Things were different in the 50s, man.
One more thing. Do you have A name, or should I just keep calling you Miss?
He doesn't even know her name.
Miss Alicia Lauren.
How do you do? Professor, please, you and the governor.
He took her to like a fancy gala.
I want a copy of this. So, you boys need to look good, which is not a state you find yourselves in. God must be a painter. Why else would we have so many colors?
Oh. Who are they?
Champagne would be lovely. We'll be outside.
I will get the champagne.
Will he?
I was gonna say, she's acting as though she can, like, teach him.
No.
But it's like, if he's not
I believe in
feeling these things, he's got his own stuff he wants to do, too. You know, I just don't think she's gonna be that successful.
But I do believe in assigning value to things.
Why did he smell it? That made me feel weird.
I once tried to count them all.
You are exceptionally odd.
I bet you're very popular with the girls.
Not even a little bit.
Pick a shape.
An umbrella.
Was that an umbrella?
Yeah, kinda.
Kind of.
Constellations are very much approximations.
That's cute and all, but like when there's that many stars, how can you not? There's just still a bunch of stars.
Do it again.
All right, what would you like?
Do an octopus.
An octopus is a lot harder. Okay, this one is more official.
They're not even gonna show us.
No, that was too hard. They were like, we can't find an octopus in the stars.
How? Like... Oh, it's wax. I was like, is that blood?
It's wax, yeah. I had the same thought after the first drop. I freaked out.
Fancy.
Yeah, kind of high tech.
Are these real? Like, did the government really do this?
Me and history do not get along, so whenever I watch films like this, I get really mad at myself for not knowing all those details. I'm like, these would be cool details to know.
You don't talk much, do you?
Can't talk to you about my work, Alicia.
I don't mean work.
He doesn't do things
Yeah,
besides work.
besides work.
I have a tendency to expedite information flow. I often don't get a pleasant result.
Try me.
The ritual requires we continue with the number of platonic activities while we have sex.
Oh my gosh.
All I really want to do is have intercourse with you as soon as possible.
And it worked, because she was like, you were so honest.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It patterned reoccurrences within periodicals over time. And you?
And you?
My uncle says you're very smart, but not very nice, so I shouldn't pay no mind if you're mean to me.
The niece? Papa Benny said he had a niece. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait. I'm feeling this reunion.
Well, I met a girl.
No, a human girl?
I won't say. And then, contrary to all probability, she finds me attractive on a number of different levels. Should I marry her?
Oh my gosh. You guys have been on 2 dates.
Everything's going well.
We've literally never had this with
fine.
anyone
I have enough
before.
money.
No, he's like, this is the first woman to really like me.
I just lost track of time at work. Again.
How late is he? Oh.
Time to wrap it. Happy birthday.
On her birthday.
Different faces of the glass, you see, they create a full wavelength dispersal. Remember you said that time God must be a painter?
I didn't think you were listening.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
The part that you don't know is if I want to marry you.
Did they get married?
All right. Yeah.
Oh my god. This is moving so quick.
Honestly, here's my dealio. They're both sweet people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they clearly do have a connection. However, he also just does not seem ready to be in a relationship, you know? Like, he needs to mature emotionally or he's going to be really hurtful. And like, no matter how much you love someone, putting up with really hurtful behavior isn't. I keep forgetting that this is like this is the plot. Is actually, oh my gosh, the FBI.
Hurry! They're following us.
Ooh.
Who's following us? Drop's been compromised. Get out!
Oh!
Did he get the person in the passenger seat got hit?
Maybe.
Where were you? Why didn't you call me?
Does she know he's working for the government? Because then he could just be like, it's classified, honey.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Ooh. Don't do that.
Honey?
Yeah, no. This does not feel good for her.
Open the door!
He's gonna be so paranoid now. That was in class?
That was some good camera work, man.
Oh my gosh.
That felt so intrusive. I felt like I was being watched.
Yeah, he's gonna be so paranoid. I mean, understandably so. Like, that was extremely traumatizing.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of wondering where this was going.
We're closing in on the bomb. Don't you think your fear is a small price to pay?
Ooh.
Alicia's pregnant.
I told you attachments were dangerous.
Well, I'll just quit.
You won't.
That's not quite how that works.
Because I keep the Russians from knowing you work for us. I quit working for you.
That is an insane threat.
That's abysmal.
After everything he's done, and you're like, I'll just sell you out.
For the good of people. Oh, by the way, we'll tell the bad guys that you were helping us if you stop helping us.
John, you all right?
He's decidedly not all right.
You have to go to your sister's.
I'm not going.
Just get your things.
I'm not leaving!
Stop!
Stop it.
Ugh, what do you do?
I feel like he could tell her, like, a tiny
Yeah.
bit. Like, I'm
Like,
working
you're in
for
danger,
something and
even.
it's dangerous. Yeah. No, she calls him Uncle John. That's really cute.
I think I might need some help.
Professor Nash?
Unconventional number theory will the face of relativistic exploration.
There's no way, though, right? Because there's no way to know until they try to pull something.
Variables are impossible to assign any rational value.
Because they're all coming down every single aisle. That's really sketchy.
The hats and the big coats, like. Oh yeah, no, that guy. Oh yeah. Oh
Yep.
wow.
Ooh, he left his bag.
I don't like the running around the corners.
Listen, this is sketchy. You guys are actively chasing him. Like,
yeah, no. I think he's justified in the running away now. He's not even gonna look weird.
Professor Nash, let's avoid a scene.
Christopher Plummer?
Dr. Rosen, I'm a psychiatrist. I'd like you to come with me, John.
I'm so wait. Out of what? Huh, Papa?
Not him punching the psychiatrist! Do they think he needs, like, help because he's acting, like, so paranoid?
Get off me! I know who you are! The Russian!
Steady the leg.
Okay, but you guys just did show up and chase him down. Like,
yeah, very much so. Like there's no. I don't know. There's too much weirdness here for me to feel okay with anything. Bryce Dallas Howard is just standing there.
Was she really?
Yes, she was. Is this?
Oh my
maybe this is
gosh.
a Ron Howard.
I was gonna say, did Ron Howard direct
was she
this?
just an extra, Or maybe she'll be a bigger role. I don't know. But I'm 90% sure that was her.
MacArthur Psychiatric Hospital.
Why did you think you'd be able to do that?
I don't know.
Oh.
No.
Charles?
Oh. And he like definitely thought he was doing the right thing. Like, he thought that his friend needed help.
Who are you talking to? Tell me who you see.
I didn't say Charles Herman in Russian.
No one there, John.
What?
He's right there. He's right there.
Wait.
Stop.
Hold on.
My name is John Nash. I'm being held against my will.
Okay, wait. If Charles is not really there, suddenly I'm like, what is real and what isn't?
Yeah, he like really did. Oh my gosh.
Did any of that stuff really happen? With like the... Oh my gosh, with the military and stuff? Because nobody else ever sees the government guy.
In John's world, these behaviors are accepted. His illness may have gone untreated far longer than is typical.
How long?
Possibly since graduate school.
Did Charles never exist? Did his roommate never exist?
An imaginary roommate named Charles Herman. I phoned Princeton. According to their housing records, John lived alone.
I feel so gaslit.
Oh my gosh.
Which is more likely, that your husband, a mathematician with no military training...
So he pushed his own desk outside the window?
The only way I can help him is to show him the difference between what's real and what is in his mind. He mentioned a supervisor named of William Parcher.
Does he not exist?
You want me to help you get the details of my husband's work?
John thinks I'm a Russian spy. Is that what you think?
Ooh.
The doctor said.
There's so many layers to this tension.
I don't know.
Yeah, now I'm like, wow, is anything real? What happened? What's been happening? And all he's been doing is like circling words in like magazines and stuff.
Oh, he's like the OG.
The red string on
the
the
OG
wall.
red string and the thumbtacks and the...
Is this all he's been doing every day?
Well, not all.
What? And those warehouses where he first got the implant and everything, he was like, oh, in the briefing they said that these were abandoned. They totally were, weren't they?
This has taken such a drastic turn.
My behavior must have appeared insane. Just have to talk quietly. They might be listening.
Yeah.
There may be microphones.
It's not that easy.
I went to Wheeler. There is no William March. Dropping packages in a secret mailbox for the government to pick up. Saul followed you.
They're all still in there.
There's no conspiracy, John. You're sick, John. John!
Oh my gosh.
Code red.
Oh, he's trying to get
He's trying to get it out.
Thing out of his arm.
John? John?
Nobody's trying to stop him? Guys.
The implant's gone. It's gone.
Oh no, it was the 50s. What are they about to do?
Administering insulin.
Uh-oh.
How often?
5 times a week for 10 weeks.
Because they gave him insulin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does it like cause seizures or like...
Time skips.
What the heck is going on?
Oh, Alicia, how are you holding up?
I think often what I feel is obligation.
John? We have a visitor.
Hey, Chief.
You met Harvey? It's okay. There's no point in being nuts if you can't have a little fun.
Oh my gosh.
You're supposed to take him now.
I'm trying to solve the
This
remodel.
is a different man from like 20 minutes ago in the
I know.
movie.
This is really painful. And he's aware of it.
Well, it's difficult with medication. Hard to see the solution.
Other things besides work.
What are they?
Oh.
It got so sad so fast.
Try leaving the house. Could try taking out the garbage. Who are you talking to?
Garbage man.
Garbage men don't come at night.
But that hurts too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. We're gonna chuckle about it.
At least we can laugh about it.
Yeah. I don't like this movie. I was like, oh, one reaction where I'll be okay, and like, you know, it's a movie about math. It won't go anywhere too sensitive.
Oh no.
Oh no. He's an art. No.
Oh no. Oh,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because he hasn't been taking his medication for at least, that was like maybe a few weeks worth, a week's worth or so.
Yeah, long enough for the medication to stop taking effect.
Well, just because he's like bought into this so immediately. That's what's worrying.
Good to see you, John.
He's back.
It's time for you to get back to work.
Dr. Rosen said
Rosen, schizophrenic break from reality, right? Psychological bullshit.
Wheeler has no record of you.
Do you think we list our personnel?
If you want to be
John, I'm
sure,
sorry you had-
I feel like you could start your medication back again, come back to the shed and see if anything's in there.
But there should be grounding.
But I
That's
need
the
you
thing.
now,
It's
Soldier.
frustrating because at this point, like, he's just like accepting it, which means he doesn't know how to ground himself or kind of check. Because I'm sure people who do live with schizophrenia probably have like ways of grounding themselves. You know what I mean? During episodes.
I'll draw his bath. It's okay.
Why did he feel like he had to say that? Wait, I'm so scared. Oh no.
Oh my gosh, already.
No. No, no, no.
Oh, she just watched the baby. Got one more. Charles was watching. He was okay.
There's no one here.
Injected with a cloaking serum.
Oh gosh.
Hello, I need Dr. Rosen's office, please.
You gotta stop her, John.
Oh no.
Alicia, please put the phone down. I'm sorry, John.
Get away!
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Oh no.
You take care of her, you pathetic piece of shit, or I'll take care of you. Do what he says. Move, soldier.
Wow.
Watching Charles for. I understand.
Marcy can't be real. She never gets old.
I was kind of thinking that when we first saw her, because I was like, he said that his niece was this big, and then it's 5 years later, she's still this big. But I was like, maybe she didn't grow much, or...
Well, okay, that was easy.
Why did you stop your meds?
Because I couldn't do my work.
We'll need to start you on a higher run of insulin shocks.
Oh my gosh.
I can't go back to that hospital. I won't come home.
He has commitment papers for me to sign.
You shouldn't be here. I'm not safe anymore.
It isn't said to call if you try and kill me or anything. You wanna know what's real? This.
2 months.
Hello, Martin. This is Helen's old office.
Is he running the program now?
Brings you back to Princeton.
I'm sorry, but you have to tell him. Tell him you're a genius. You're a genius, John! Tell him your work is critical.
Is there any chance that you could ignore what I just did?
Of course, what are old friends for?
Alicia and I think that part of a community might do me some good. But I was wondering if I could hang around.
Will you be needing an office?
I hope this is actually good for him.
Well, this guy tries to wander into the library, but he doesn't have ID.
Oh no.
Old! Worthless! Discarded! There's no mission. John? John? It's okay.
Hey, you're all right.
Everybody's just staring at me. On the way home, Charles was there. Sometimes I really miss talking to him.
He was like his best friend.
Maybe try again tomorrow.
I won't talk to you again.
That's so hard. Like, you just like can't talk to the people that you're seeing. Like, oh my gosh. He never attended class before.
It's an honor, Professor Nash.
This will be my first class.
He never went to a single class at Princeton.
It's never gonna work, John. It's pathetic.
Dang, he just has bullies in his ear.
Dad, you've got my book.
What?
You've got my book.
Their baby is so big now. Wow, it's the 70s.
You're John Nash, right? I've been studying your equilibrium. The one you wrote here at Princeton.
I'm scared. It's somebody new. Is he real? I hope so.
I believe I can prove that Galois extensions are covering spaces.
When was the last time you ate? My wife. She loves mayonnaise.
Just mayonnaise? Is there anything? Please tell me there's
A
something else in the
mayonnaise
sandwich.
sandwich.
I think this is. I don't know. I'm hoping it's real because he
really
seems to
hope
have
so,
a
too.
handle on his own mental health enough by now. You know what I mean?
And the fly, who can travel at 20 miles an hour, leaves a tire of bicycle being and flies
Okay, good.
forth until the two bikes collide and the poor little fly is squashed.
Oh.
I was thinking that I might teach.
Thanks, Professor.
Goodbye.
Have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Dang. Oh.
Professor Nash?
Can you see him?
Yeah.
You gotta make sure. Gotta make sure.
My name is Thomas King, and I'm here to tell you that you're being considered for the Nobel Prize.
He is?
Well, over the past few years, your equilibrium has become a cornerstone of modern economics.
Wow.
Shall we have tea?
Well, I don't go in that. Most commercially available brands of tea are not suitable to my palate. Some northern Indian teas.
He likes fancy tea.
I would have thought the nominations for the Nobel Prize would have been secret.
That is generally the case, yes, but these are special circumstances.
I see, so you came here to find out if I was crazy.
Oh.
I take the newer medications, but I still see things that are not here. I just choose not to acknowledge them.
Professor Nash. It's good to have you here, John.
Oh.
That was certainly most unexpected.
He won. Good for you. Oh, and his friends came to see him.
What truly is logic? It is only in the mysterious equations of love that any logical reasons can be found. I'm only here tonight because of you.
Kept her handkerchief in his pocket.
Thank you so much.
Oh, they're still there.
All right.
I guess he was real.
Yeah, no, I figured once the
Yeah,
Nobel Peace
At
Prize-
this point, I'm like, yeah, he's probably real.
Live in Princeton, New Jersey. Crazy.
Oh, this is 2000.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean this is
Yeah.
back in 2000. What was it? 2004. This
2001 or something. Directed by Ron Howard.
So that's
There he
what
is.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
That's
was
why
doing.
Bryce Howard. Yep.
That was a good movie. I knew nothing. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
literally same.
There's like this movie is kept very secret. Maybe
I know.
or maybe I've just like happened to avoid because it is so rare that there are movies like this that I don't like get into and really I'm like I don't know where this is going. I don't know what the themes are. Usually I at least know the themes and like
You
the
knew
general
about the
plot.
math.
But that was like the first. That was like the not the point of the movie, and I thought.
No,
it was
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
I
be.
know. Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, I guess it's. It was interesting. It was definitely, you know, for a biographical film, it was an interesting take. Pretty dark, yeah, like darker than I was expecting for.
Extremely.
It started so fine.
Yeah, I'm really, really glad that they went the way they did with like keeping like tricking the audience as well until we get that crazy twist like in the middle of the movie because you feel exactly how he feels. Like, what do you mean it's not real? Like,
but it's one of those things that going back, you know, of course.
It all makes sense.
Charles
Nobody
never
else talks to
interacts with anyone.
Charles.
Like that's, and you know that going back, but while you're watching it, just doesn't stand out as weird, which it does kind of put you in that, like, you're like, I could see how you could just kind of, just live your life without really thinking about it. I don't know though. I was a little, because it's a bit of a taboo subject. You know, talking about about schizophrenia. It's one of the mental illnesses that is, I think most people would agree is like really stigmatized, and that people have concepts of it. So I was curious, just kind of like what his arc was going to be, because once that element was brought in, I was like, this kind of changes everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a movie about that either. And that was good. It wasn't a movie about living with schizophrenia. You know, there was kind of a balance. And so I did feel like it felt respectful to the life of said person. Obviously, we don't know the history or the life, so I can't be like, well, was it accurate? But it did feel respectful to like the realness of those experiences. Well, also, I will say though, pacing-wise, this was one of those movies that I like felt the length a lot more than some of the other ones. This one moved kind of slow. Yeah. And again, it could be how long it kind of took to get to that twist. And that was when, that's when stuff got real, really.
Yeah.
But, you know, that I think happened maybe an hour and a half in. Maybe a little bit less, maybe like an hour.
Like an hour, yeah.
Yeah, an hour in. And so I don't know. I think I kind of felt like pacing-wise, it wasn't my favorite, but it did surprise me. So I had a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was really, really sad.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got a satisfying, somewhat happy ending, because I got a little bit scared when we were getting towards the end. And, you know, it was still like 20 years later and he's still like really struggling. I was like, oh no, I hope that he's okay.
It's real sad. Like that's what sucks is, you know, we've all, listen, it's one of those things where it's like now this is, you know, this film came out 20 years ago, which is kind of crazy to think about. And even then the times that they were talking about were like decades and decades earlier. But when you look at people, you know, your grandparents, or if you have like any people who are of the older generations in your life, there can be this like weird question of like how much life led to the brain that they have now. And so I do feel like this kind of felt like a movie about brains and hearts, and that weird. Although I will say it was a little more brain than a heart. There were a few moments where like I was kind of like I just wasn't connecting totally. I think the relationship, I got there in the end, but at first I was just kind of like, well, who are they? I don't feel like I got a sense of their connection, you know, or their bond.
Especially in the beginning.
Until it was like, well, now we see how bonded they are, but I didn't really see the process.
I think they needed that like one moment where he was like making constellations for her in the sky. We needed more of that, because that was like, oh, that's actually kind of cute. Like,
I see
a little like
connection.
sweet thing, but that was pretty much it, and bam, they're married. Like,
well, and that's the thing, is they told it spanned decades. So I'm not going to ask you the impossible of a director to be like, here, accurately portray all of these years and
give
all
us
of these
every
life
moment.
But I will say it was like a super brain heavy film, and like I felt the love in the end, but I don't know. I guess I wished that it had pulled at my heart a little more, because it made me sad, but it made me sad because of what it made me think about. Like, it made me think about people growing old and not having control of their health, and not having control of their mental health, and like how hard it must be for previous generations. That's why it made me sad. I would say, like, on the emotional end of the spectrum in terms of filmmaking, it wasn't super, like, it didn't get me the way that other ones have. But that could just be that could also be completely personal stuff. But Russell Crowe, I mean, he was great.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, what a huge role. You know, what a really daunting role for him. Jennifer Connelly was wonderful too. I can't believe I didn't even know she was in this. But yeah, no, this was a kind of a big movie, and it was a little more ambitious than I thought. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a smaller, more contained story, but they set out to do a lot. And I think, you know, it's clear that the people who made it cared and wanted to tell a good story. And I would say that they did. I would be curious, though, and this is more just for comments, for whatever, you know, I would be curious to see what the aging process of this film kind of was. Like, how has it aged? Just because we've changed so much just in 20 years. And so how has the attitude around this, because I'm assuming this man is no longer alive.
I would assume,
but you know, I'm not gonna.
It's been so long.
I'm not gonna claim to know, but I would assume, and so I'm just kind of like, it would just, how have things evolved since then? I'm like rambling. All right. As always, the full-length reaction will be up on our Patreon along with early access to next week's reaction. So please go check that out. I don't know what we're gonna be watching. We've been having a time with the sad, depressing movies, and I do think we kind of need a break. So this actually is on my movie poster. I'll be scratching this off. Okay. Maybe we'll tackle another one, but like a happier one. But yeah, go check that out. It's over on our Patreon. The link is in our description. As always, thank you guys so much for being here, joining us, and watching. And if you're new, please consider subscribing, because we would love to have you. And if you do subscribe, we'll see you all in the next reaction.